G'day everyone, Jumbuck here, and we have got some huge plans. We are playing the Dwarves, a race of short lads led by their queen, who is big, can't move, and shits out a bunch of worker dwarves for us over time. And these workers are gonna work their asses off to take Elysium for us. We'll start on the east coast in our starting mine, grab a couple dwarves and run them through a village and into the ancient forest, where we get ambushed. Luckily, it's just some flowers. We're able to rip them out and then we find a hamlet. We're able to claim this by beating their levies into a pulp. Still, we're feeling a little directionless here, so let's take a chance and censor a nearby mine. It's a little bit too far away, so we're just gonna stack up the units we've got with the new commander and move them out, but ooh, we see another mine. Yes, that makes for a much more reasonable target. But of course, as soon as our forces leave, we get attacked by a giant enemy crab. Luckily, we got some gunners behind who fire on the large hostile crustacean and it breaks down our gates, but we're luckily able to land a killing blow. Now we get this opportunity to merge the armies together into a nice little stack so we can attack. We go head to head and it's a brutal fight. Both sides quickly dwindle down to just a handful of troops, but luckily we're able to wipe out their spearmen and clean up the remaining archers. These guys are absolute legends. Shout out to the Short Kings. Make sure to subscribe if you're under 12 foot tall. Now we're starting to make a fair bit of iron, and I think it's time to explain how the faction actually works. Our queen is constantly supplying us with free worker dwarves. These worker dwarves are shit fighters, but they can be upgraded with iron, and that's where we're going to make up a majority of our strength until later. Still, I need to build up some more, so let's just explore locally and check out the forest again while our queen Digatha evolves into a proper Dvala. Basically, they got fatter and can now make more dwarves. Good for us because right now our army can't do much more than just hunt these hogs. Their growth also allows us to use new rituals like making a runesmith and a counselor, and this counselor will let us put a Dvala in another mine so we can produce more dwarves. And the runesmith is just going to let us upgrade our dudes further at the cost of some gems. But that's a future thing. We'll then find an abandoned mine and we'll move in to take it. Luckily the battle was pretty easy and we only needed to squash some baby spiders. We did lose a couple dudes to the poison, but it was worth. Now we've finally got enough resources to found a new colony. All hail the dwarves. With this our army grows and will expand a little bit, finding that someone's nearby. Oh, it's you. It's a decent little kobold army we've got to deal with, so let's do it. The battle begins, and it's made pretty obvious that our men are far more resilient. The dwarven iron is tougher than kobold scales, and we're able to crush them as we rush through their army and take the win. We'll keep searching for more stuff to take, eventually coming across this town, and they've only got one dude here, so it's ours. We move in to disassemble the front gate as some of our backline starts shooting the lone defender with their crossbows. Now, if we want our army to keep up, we'll need to upgrade with our runesmith. This now gives us access to elemental upgrades for our ballistas and soldiers. Still, our current army is enough to fight these kobolds as we siege their fort with the greatest of ease. And now we'll even start a new colony at that abandoned mine. We then spot a small kobold army, and they can be happily hunted down. They're just too weak to go against us, and we're gonna wipe them out, because that was their last commander. We then explore the west coast, but we don't find anything special. Still, this gives us time to upgrade our troops with runes and make them a much more formidable army. Our explorers then start moving east once we hit the south coast, but we do find the kobold's hatchery and a cloud castle next to it. I think we can take them. But first the continent gets covered in a strange mist. Still, we charge their walls, but damn, they got some decent damage there. It's a little bit more than I was expecting, and I don't think this is going well. Yeah, this ain't gonna work at all. A complete lapse in judgment. Oh well. I guess we'll need some replacements, so we upgrade our queen with a divine marriage, and now she'll make even more dwarves and get new rituals, like making rocks. We keep moving east and find a pair of mines, which I'm very happy to keep. We'll also get our counselor to the kobold hatcheries to start another colony. Finally, we come across another enemy, and who are you? Oh, it's just a demonologist, and it's him and the pale ones left. And speaking of, looks like the pale ones took some cloud people. Okay, we're gonna need to deal with this. We got a large army in our starting base, so we're gonna spam some buffs and make a portal. We'll then leave the workers behind so we can pop down here, and I guess we can take this fight, and oddly enough it looks like the pale ones might be near. We'll fight the Omen, they're surprisingly strong. I was kinda worried about it, but it didn't go too bad. Then checking back at the pale one fort, it looks like they sent a big boy to help hold it. Oh, never mind, he just left. Anyway, our dudes will check out the statue and gets loaded with a bunch of cool treasures. We finally upgrade this Dwarf Queen, and now all we gotta do is save up for a new portal. While this is going on, we start hunting demonologist armies. Their heavy infantry are strong and make a powerful vanguard, but once they fell, the rest of the army was just way too squishy to stop us smashing them. Oh, and finally we got ourselves a new portal. We get to surface halfway across the map from where we started, and it looks like the garrison has changed a bit. We make our ways to the walls, our crossbowmen pick off the pale slingers, and our flaming swords burn through the barricade. The defenders are trying to fight us head on, and some of them score a couple kills, but ultimately, we're gonna win this battle. I also make an army just full of the spare workers to travel around while we hunt down the other pale armies. Their cloud folk tried their hardest to outlast us, but with our enchanted gear it just gives us too much of an edge. Unfortunately for them, their army breaks down, and that's another pile gone. We follow this up by crossing the map and finding this mountain in the north. We'll clear out these ants at the base and climb up to the heavens to invade the Cloud Palace. We take a volley of arrows from these slots, and honestly they're doing nothing. Our defenses are far too strong to worry about this. We are bloody invincible, and there's nothing the Cloud folks can do other than cower in fear as we break in their walls, cut through their defenders, and take control of the palace. During this, the demonologists have been quietly building their armies, but I don't really want to start that war just yet. Instead, we move our worker horde east, and they'll find a bunch of pale dudes. We'll sidestep them and attack their worms, and this kind of works as we just swarm them. After that, we'll keep searching till we find the pit, and now we get to see their base. Ooh, that's gonna be ours soon. We send in waves of men, but the slingers and the drowning, and we're losing a lot of units. That, plus the fact that these basic workers really weren't the best fighters, we are losing a lot. We do kill the ancient pale one, but we don't have the manpower needed to grind down the rest of the defenders. Well, that's alright. We got a proper army prepped here, and we can open our portal to the eastern mine and send them straight through to the front lines. They discover a pale port on the surface, and they'll try to attack us. Now this army was mostly made up of guards, so we really lacked the damage needed to actually do anything, and so they just sort of chipped away at us till we died. Unlucky for them though, we have a proper army ready to take their capital. Their gate is strong, but our boys are stronger. We break in and we're able to easily overpower the remaining pale ones in melee, letting us take their base. We now prepare to make a move on their port, but the demonologists beat us there and gets the elimination themselves. Bloody kill stealers. Still, we need to move to the port anyway, even if now it's just to kill the demonologist. We find their army in the field, but we attack the fort instead, though this gave them the chance to attack us. The fort is lacking in defenders, and we have some dwarves dig under their defenses to attack from behind while we set fire to their walls. The handful of imps are doing some good damage, and we have this one dude who's just out for a swim, but we're still the superior force, and we're able to kill off the defenders before they even open the gate. Unfortunately though, our defensive battle will be against a much stronger army. I did build some ballista, but I had a severe lapse in judgment and forgot to build the gate. This makes the battle far more dangerous for our men, and while we're fighting, more and more units are getting summoned by the enemy. These demons are too strong for us to hold back, and we're gonna end up losing the mine. We sent dudes to take it, but the demonologist has come underground, so I doubt we can win with this army, so we'll just pop up and let that overrun the garrison. Sweet! Now we can move the other army with the good units over here and go underground to beat their ass. We get pelted at with powerful magics, but our defenses let us get to melee range, and neither army are pushovers, but both are extremely deadly. We're trading units kill for kill, but we have a good pace, and their army is being whittled down. They're slowly being surrounded as we close in on them, and we get our most important victory against the demonologists yet. With that done, we finally get to go on the offensive. The ranged units in this tower shoot at our army, but once the walls are broken down, we're able to clear them out with no issues. We then send an army to their citadel and another to the castle. Now the catapults guarding the castle walls are able to take out several units of ours, but their archers are mostly ineffective and it takes a while for us to poke at their gate while our ranged units fire on the walls picking off kills. Now while we're able to tank plenty of shots, both armies are getting slowly ground down by the opposing ranged attacks. By the time the gate finally opens, most of the armies on both sides are already dead, made worse by my survivors just ignoring the battle and attacking the other gate instead of their soldiers. Still, once it's finally over, we still got enough units to take the castle. The second siege starts much of the same. Our men knock on the gates and take volleys of shots until we're able to knock the gate off the hinges. There, our army's superior troops are able to push through the defensive lines and take out the archers on the wall. As we clean up, there's still another batch hidden behind the gate, but our victory is promised in due time. We break it down, and it's a quick slaughter in that room. With the last of the demonologists dead, we're able to claim our victory. That was their last citadel, and now it's ours. We have taken Elysium and all of its glory for the mighty dwarf empire. May it be as wide as our queen. And with that, I hope you had a good one.